Dr. Ansh, you slightly touched upon the impact of social media today. I would like to understand, me being an individual who uses social media, and a lot of teenagers today, they already have a lot of anxiety when they are not able to find themselves within the social media flamboyance that's created out there. Everybody is after hoarding likes, comments, followers, shares in the world today. And the meaning of happiness has literally changed. Earlier, when the social media came into existence, just mere 5, 7 likes were good enough, and we were pretty happy. Okay, some of our friends and colleagues have seen that and they have liked it. But today, I have seen, be it influencers or individuals, running after likes. You need to like my post, you need to comment on my post. How does so much of pressure to live up to the standards that a lot of the false standards, I will not actually call them the standards, but the false standards or the facades social media has put in place, how does it impact the overall uh you know well-being for a person with the SM?
Yeah, I would say people with SM thrive on social media. They like writing, they like reading things, and it can lead to more isolation if they only rely on that. So if they don't leave the house anymore and have in-person relationships with anyone, for example, they just embrace this social media, and it can also cause problems if they compare themselves with anything they see and realize that they're not good enough from what they see because everyone's trying to shine there and look very good. And that might not really be the truth what everyone's presenting. So it's really important that people learn that to understand how to deal with these things on social media and what it really means.
Can you also share some of the coping mechanisms for individuals who feel overwhelmed by constant compassion that social media often promotes?
Yeah, I would say take a break. Don't sit in front of it all day. Maybe create a certain time in the day when you look, when you check your emails, when you read a post or something. Just don't scroll through it without thinking for hours. Just really give it a purpose and just you have also the possibility to schedule posts. So maybe set a timer set and aside and write something for the next week or so if you want to post something and then really plan things.
Dr. Anj, one place, we are talking about selected mutism, but can we elaborate a bit? We discussed it slightly at the start, but can we also discuss a bit on the front, part of active listening rather than hearing? Can we also elaborate how does or what role does active listening play in enhancing one's communication skills?
And the active listening is very important because we need to listen, we need to try and understand what the other person is trying to tell us. So we can't be assuming anything that is not true just because that is our values. We need to really try and show empathy for the other person, understand what their issue is. And this also includes not thinking about what you have to say next, but really listening and replying to what the person communicated so that they understand.
What is assertiveness? Because it is often misunderstood as aggression. And how can we cultivate assertiveness in a healthy and balanced way?
It is not aggression and it's also not passivity. So these are the two extremes. It's in the middle of these. It's like you're talking about yourself, your feeling, your needs, without feeling afraid and without dominating anything. So you're not quiet and afraid of speaking up and telling people what you need. And you're also not aggressive and forcing things upon them and not respecting them. It's really you're there as you, but you also let the others be.
And for me, Dr. Anj, communication often is a lot about being empathetic and at times giving a benefit of doubt as well. So, how can combining assertiveness and empathy together be a great tool for people with SM or even individuals out there?
The people with SM are usually perceived as shy and passive when they don't talk much. So they struggle with assertiveness. They struggle with telling others what they need, and they struggle with how they say that. They usually they usually have a soft voice. And the body language is not in a way that you would say that's assertive, maybe. So that's a thing why I came up with that people, especially women, maybe need to be more assertive in life. If they want a promotion at work, then they have to do certain things and first of all ask for it.
Mhm.
So there we have it again. You need to get heard in a way, or when they are in a work meeting, if you can't speak, then you can't voice your ideas and your opinions, and so people might think you're not competent. So that's something where assertiveness would come in.
How can we, differentiate or understand the difference between an introvert and somebody with SM out there? And how can bringing in the communication tools like being assertive, being empathetic, really help both the individuals, somebody who's an introvert or somebody who is going through SM, suffering from SM, be more expressive in their thoughts, in their emotions, and move towards a healthier communication. You know, how can that be achieved? So there
Yeah,
are two
someone,
things. Yes,
yeah,
sorry.
someone with SM would be unable to speak in certain situations, but they would want to. And an introvert, I think, is someone who's naturally more quiet, but they can speak if they want to, and they can contribute, but maybe they need more time to think about things before they do that. So it's a good idea to give them time. Um, so if you have a discussion, you could use post-it notes and things like that. And first give a question and everybody writes down their thoughts and then they can discuss it. So that would possibly help an introvert and someone with SM because then you have what you want to say and you don't need to think about that anymore. Whereas an extrovert would just want to discuss everything and they really thrive doing that. An introvert would more want to write down things and think, and then they could share it. But that is different from a situation where you just can't speak when you want to.
Dr. Anj, there are a lot many questions I would like to, talk to you and understand more about SM, but with the paucity of time, any final thoughts you have for our listeners and a suggestion for making this world a more inclusive space for people with SM?
So I would say be nice and just accept people. And if you suffer yourself, then never give up and find ways how you can manage and overcome this.
And how can people with SM reach out to you? How can they reach out to you for help?
I'm on most social media platforms, and you can reach me via the contact form on my website, on email.
Surely. That's great. That's good. So, listeners, we will be sharing the contact details about her website and different social media channels in our descriptions. Please feel free to reach out. And listeners, my heart goes out with people, people who have SM. And I really apologize, and I'm sorry if I have hurt somebody in any manner or any of my questions were triggering for anyone out there. We are evolving, and evolving as an individual as well. Please feel free to share your feedback and let us know how we can do better. And thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey into selective mutism with Dr. Antje Bothin. Thanks a lot, Dr. Antje, for sharing your experience and your journey with us and our listeners.
Thank you.
And listeners, we hope this conversation inspired you to look more closely at the unspoken struggles that many face. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and follow us on other channels for more insightful discussions. We would also love to hear from you. If you have deep rooted anxieties or experiences that you have never been able to share, you can do so anonymously on a mental health platform. We are listening, the link for which is also available in our description. Your voice matters, even if you haven't found the words to express it yet. Until next time, keep seeking, keep healing. Thank you.